Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to the channel. This is Choices, Tarot and Dreams. And this is going to be a monthly tarot reading for the month of July 2026 for the sign of Capricorn. And this is just a very general reading, a very simple past, present and future. You know, very simple. Very general. It's not specific to anyone or any particular group. And just a very general, very simple reading. Alright, so what have you got going on for you this month, Capricorn, July 2026? So you've got the Two of Wands, the King of Pentacles, you've got the Ten of Swords. Right, so have you been planning? Have you been contemplating? Have you been thinking about your next move? So it seems to me that you've been you've been in your sort of comfort zone, if you like, and you're looking out. In a literal sense, just looking out, you know, trying to figure out what direction you're going to be going in. So you have ideas, you have thoughts, you're contemplating, you're thinking, you're trying to decide, you're figuring out which path to take. All right? So you have choices also. Choices, tarot and dreams. But, you know, that's what you're coming into this month with. So, you know, that's the energy that you're coming with. It's this sort of, you're in your comfort zone. And you have the world at your fingertips. And you're trying to decide what to do. You have opportunities. And you're trying to decide what direction to take. And you're thinking about these things. You're contemplating, you know. And that is a nice sort of energy to work with here. Because this month it's about the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is the one who has gone through many things, made decisions, made the wrong decisions, but learnt from his decisions. And all, you know, taking all of those failures and successes and then turning them into the ultimate success. But it's about not falling victim to self-pity, if you like. You know, it's going through life, embracing the challenges and embracing your failures, that, you know, whatever happens, there are going to be mistakes, there are going to be failures. But you pick yourself up and you keep moving forward. It's just a part of the process. You're not worried about anything. Yes, you might feel some type of way about, you know, a loss that occurs, but, you know, you pick yourself up immediately and you keep moving forward and you keep being persistent until, you know, you develop that business that is prosperous, it's successful, it's lucrative, and it sets you up for life. You know what I mean? But you have to go through those mistakes. You have to go through those trials in order to reach that. And that's the King of Pentacles. And now you're the person, having gone through all of that, you're like the wise teacher now. You know that you have the inner resources to deal with whatever comes your way, but you also have the external resources to deal with whatever comes your way. And you know, you have people, you have connections, you have, you know, whatever it is that you need to get done, whatever it is that you need to get done. But, you know, so this energy that you have here, so this is probably the inspiration that you need in order to help you to move forward with whatever it is that you're deciding here. So you have all the ideas. You know, don't procrastinate. Don't think too long. Don't think too hard about it. Yes, be cautious. Yes, be, you know, prepared, and, you know, plan ahead. But also move forward. Also start walking the path that you wish to walk. Start to build whatever it is that you desire to build. You know, you don't need to spend too long planning, because that could end up being procrastination. You know what I mean? So the inspiration for you this month is then the King of Pentacles. This could also be somebody that comes into your life that is that inspiration. You know, go to somebody who has achieved, who has walked that path, and you can get advice from them and guidance from them. You see? If that is somebody external to you. So maybe somebody is coming into your life, or maybe you're actively going out seeking advice in order to help you make your decisions, you know. Moving forward from this month then is the Ten of Swords. And this is always, I mean, it's rather ominous. It's a rather ominous looking card, right? You're stabbed in the back. Now, this works on multiple levels. And again, you know, if we need to have a one-to-one reading for me to really figure out where this applies for you. Because it works, it's multiple. I mean, each card is multi-layered. All right, there are many different layers of meaning and interpretation. All right, and where this falls for you, you know, you need a competent reader to be able to figure out where things are for you, you know, for you personally in your journey through life, but also your soul's journey, because everything here, there's a deeper spiritual lesson here involved as well. And, you know, externally on a superficial level, yeah, it's, you know, it's being stabbed in the back. Now, this could be either it's you or it's somebody else. So maybe you're doing the backbiting and all of that type of stuff. And if it's you, you need to knock that shit off. Don't do any of that. And if it's somebody that's doing it to you, you know, well, I mean, can you really be prepared for that? Maybe there's an expectation, because that's just the world. This is just the world that we live in, you know. So there's a part of this that is about acceptance. It's about embracing. It's about having that level of maturity. You know what I mean? That, you know, this is just the nature of the world that we live in. That people talk shit about each other. People backbite and gossip and talk smack about each other. You know, every place that I've ever worked, every work environment, there have been toxic people, like real freaking idiots. You know what I mean? But this is just the nature of the world that we live in. And it's just sad to see that this is how, you know, you have to behave in order to be sociable. And if you know, I can't remember where it's from, but I think it's from the movie Training Day when Denzel is saying that, you know, you need to have a bit of dirt on you in order for people to trust you. But that, you know, it's just a sad reality of the world that we live in. So, you know, if you don't partake in the gossip and the backbiting, then you're gonna stand out. You're not going to be part of that group, and maybe that's a good thing. I mean, it is a good thing, because I certainly can't be that way. You know, I hate that shit. You know what I mean? But it's just the nature of I see it everywhere, and that's just how people. You know, people don't really have social skills, but it's just that's how people are sociable, by talking shit about other people, backbiting and plotting and scheming against other people. So that's just the world that we live in. I don't think things have ever been any different. I don't think things will ever change. It's just the nature of the world that we live in. On a deeper level, this could be you against yourself. You know, are you having negative thoughts and thought processes? You know, so there's something there. And I mean, there are multiple layers of interpretation. It could be you have to figure out, for this general reading, you have to figure out where this applies for you. But with this, there's a completion. This is the future now, moving into the next month and beyond that. So this is a dark period that's coming up for you. All right, the Ten of Swords, and it's the completion of something. It's the inevitable end of some situation. It could be the end of a relationship. It could be the end of a job. It could be the end of a business. You know, it's an inevitable end. You know, and while there's an emotional sort of darkness that you have to go through, right? It's emotionally painful for you that you feel it. You know, this stuff needs to be processed. I think one of the previous readings that I just did was about, it had the moon card came up, and it was about internally processing the things. Well, it's a similar thing here with the Ten of Swords. Whatever it is that happens here, you know, just embrace it, just accept it, you know, don't try to fight it, just understand what it is. First of all, if this is you, you need to figure out why you're behaving that way. And if it's a repeating pattern of behavior within you, well, then you really need to fix that shit. All right. But if it's an attack that's coming externally for you, even that you need to figure out also, is that a repeating pattern? Is that, do you attract these types of people in your life? And if you're doing that, well, then you need to figure out why that is too. But also, it's this idea of processing and integrating, you know, these situations and circumstances that come up for us in life. Why does this happen? And what are you meant to learn from it? You know what I mean? How can you grow from it? What lessons can you take from it? So embrace it and process it and integrate it into your being so that you can learn and expand from it. And these are the times that offer the most. These can be the most impactful. This stuff can affect you in a detrimental way. It can affect your health negatively. The stress is real. All right, so keep an eye on your health physically and mentally here at this particular time. All right, but also remember to just accept it and embrace it. Protect yourself as far as you possibly can, and you know, deal with it, process it, embrace it, understand it, learn what you can from it, and put it to rest. Put that chapter behind you and then move forward, because you've got something else coming up for you beyond this. Yes, it's a dark time that's coming, but you know, when one door closes, another one opens. All right, so just remember that. So this month, use this as your inspiration, and do the right thing here. So whatever it is, whatever decisions you're taking, whatever it is that you're trying to decide, whatever it is that you're thinking about, make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, you're not stepping on anybody else's toes, that you're doing the right thing, all right, by yourself and by everybody else around you, to help you achieve whatever it is that you're working towards here, all right? And that's you for the month of July, Capricorn. All right, listen, like, subscribe, share with anybody who you think might find this helpful. Comment, message me if you like to. And I will catch you in the next one. Have yourself an absolutely beautiful month. All right, Capricorn? Take care, man.